Hi, I'm Carolyn Smith Hughes. I started at UCSF in the Global Health Master's program and then transitioned to be staff about 3 years ago. I am a senior program manager and research analyst in the Institute for Global Health Sciences in the Maternal, Newborn, and Child Health Cooperative. So I'm really excited to be transitioning to being a PhD student in the Epidemiology and Translational Science program. In childbirth, in really the most vulnerable position I've ever been in my life, and then face life-threatening complications on top of that and have them happen one after another, to the point where I literally said to my husband, I don't think I can take any more of this, and what happens next, and you know processing what it was like to have an infant in the NICU and think about the things that my infant son went through, when he was just hours and days old. After sort of the dust settled with all the complications, and we did realize we were both going to be fine, I started to notice that the trauma of his birth and the range of complications we had, and a lot of the confusion that I had was really not going away, and was actually being sort of amplified in this kind of insidious undercurrent in my mind that impacted my behavior. It took me a while to seek help. But when I did, what I found was that I had postpartum PTSD from the complications that we had and from the experiences that we had. What I realized in getting help is that one, it's critical to get help and get the support of a therapist. It's really important to talk about what you've gone through with people. You're not adding a burden to talk to other people if you need to talk about what you went through and how it's impacting you. And also that your mental health is a part of who you are, and so too is any sort of mental illness that you go through. And really what I found is that it's, for me, less about overcoming PTSD and really more about reintegrating the birth trauma and what happened to me and my experience as part of who I am. And so I find that I've challenged the myth that this is less of something to get over and more something to get through. And that's really helped me in my recovery. I also would love to see changes in awareness around birth trauma, around the impact of just childbirth and regular labor and delivery as well. It's no joke what having a baby and bringing a baby into the world is like, physically, emotionally. It really starts with labor and delivery and continues through the first several months of having a newborn and into having a baby and a toddler and young children. We're in a world right now that has a lot of negativity in it, and we're all doing what we can to fight that. But I continually think about my son and about young children being raised in a world with such really, where it feels like horrible things are happening every single day. So I think now more than ever, we really need to do what we can to support and protect families and young children. So we all hope for a better world for our kids, and we need to do what we can to set that up for them.